Okay.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, and I'm the host of this podcast that's mine, going to be called History is Nice. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the Dank, dude. What is up? Fired up. But first I got to get something off my chest. Also fired up to have Aaron on the sticks. What up, Aaron?
What up?
Was chilling, dude.
Just, it's baseball day.
That's right. That's right. We're recording this at playoffs are started. Aaron's got his Cardinal jersey on, ready to go. I've got my East Dillon football shirt on that my GF got me. One of my favorite shirts. Of course, a reference to one of the dankest shows of all time, Friday Night Lights. And honestly, one of the best television married couples of all time, if you ask me. Coach Taylor and Connie Taylor. Was it Connie? Tammy Taylor. Tammy.
Yeah, Connie's a real name.
Connie Britton, right? It's a real
yeah.
actress. Yeah, she's great. She kicks butt, dude. And yeah, what a great show. I imagine you watched, right, Aaron?
I did not.
Oh, baby, you got to watch.
I want to rewatch it. I think my wife watched it when it was on. I don't care about football that much, but
so much more.
Yeah,
just
I'm
the
sure
drama
there
off the
is.
field.
Well, I've heard about season 2 going off the rails.
That's the thing, because
pulling it back in.
That was like what 2006 during the writer's strike, and there's just like there's some storylines that are just so dumb. And in fact, when you do watch it, just skip season 2 because they reset in season 3. When the writers came back from the strike, they're like, yeah, this is so bad, it's not salvageable. We're going to just, in the universe that we've created, we're just going to imagine that none of that ever happened and continue on to season 3.
I mean, that makes it a lot less daunting.
Yeah. You just
skip a season.
You skip season 2. That's how I would do it. I would just watch, I would skip season 2 and just watch it all. It's great, dude. And yeah, so freaking good, dude. Jesse Plemons got to start there, dude. Freaking Matt Damon's brother.
I have handled the film.
Oh, yeah. I love
Back at the old lab that I worked at, the film would come in from wherever they shot. Surprisingly, 16 millimeter.
Interesting. That's sick.
Yeah.
Love that. Love the soundtrack to that, or the scoring, I should say. That nice little freaking guitar riff. So good, dude. So good. Different. The series is different. You know, a lot of similarities for sure, but also very different. And with the outcomes of games and such. So worth watching. But what I got to get off my chest is, Aaron, have you ever had to apologize to a kid?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
How old?
Oh, I mean, it's probably the aforementioned Lucas.
The Sea King, the future lifeguard, half shark. I mean, look, you don't apologize to him, he's going to get you once you get out in that water.
You know, you're kicking a soccer ball around, and then you just hit one right, and he takes it square in the chest. And
see, I love that you said that. That's the way. That's the time you apologize to a kid, or if there's maybe a parent involved, like if it's with my niece and we're like teaching a lesson about saying please and thank you, and I'm like, maybe I did something and then my niece clocked it, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say please when you passed the gravy mom at Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. But like, the only other time you apologize to a kid is if that kid's crying as a result of something you accidentally did, like kick a soccer ball, or once again, you're playing Thanksgiving touch football and, you turn around and the kid catches an elbow and you're like, oh my, I'm sorry. And then the kid's upset and and what does the kid do? He's fine, and kind of, he doesn't really say anything. He doesn't like accept it. He's just kind of like, it's okay. And like, goes, oh, that's like a normal kid response, right? Well, sorry, I'm getting emotional thinking about it right there. It's not COVID, by the way. I'm sipping on a G-Raid right now, and some of that sugar got lodged in my windpipe. But I mentioned this a few episodes ago. Sorry for you having to listen to me swallow right there in the it's major faux pas. I'm blowing it right now. I went to this. I mentioned it a little bit ago on the Cowboy Poetry episode. But the Dude Ranch that I went to, this place, Alisal Guest Ranch. I talk about this place a lot. I'm nutty about this place. I got stock in this place. But look, coming from hospitality, being a valet, I like to, when I go and enjoy different, hotel or whatever, or in this case, this is kind of like it's a dude ranch. I mean, it's like a country western cruise without, the water. You're just posting up there. It's nice. And, I mean, it's definitely very Reagan. I probably said this already very Reagan era vibes. Like there's definitely some people, you're at the dining hall there, you're at the buffet, you're looking around and you're going, who here hates change the most? You're definitely getting that vibe from people there. But great place, great family vacation spot. There's a lot of activities. You know, I've got brothers and sisters, and like I mentioned, a niece, so it's cute to watch her do stuff. My GF cruises, dude. We get on a horse together, dude. It makes me feel like a man, even though I'm just a boy. And it's just great, you know. And there's this thing that you go on, like the breakfast ride, and then there's a breakfast buffet after you ride a horse. It's very dank. And by the way, ride a horse, 20 minutes, cool. 20 minutes, anything, I'm in. Other than that, I'm out, you know?
I don't know if I want to be on a horse right after breakfast.
Dude, you know what? It is rough. I'm not going to lie. They even tell you, they tell you like this guy in like a cowboy sort of voice, like, well, go empty your tanks before you get back on the ride. It's about 3-mile journey back to the ranch. And like trying to make it all playful and fun, but he's really like, go drop your deuces. You all just drank coffee and ate eggs. You guys need to go drop your deuces, otherwise you're going to be really suffering on that horse. When you start galloping, dude.
Yeah.
Something could come out. But dude, I'm at this, and it's such a dank buffet, dude. They do it right. They got breakfast quesadillas, dank little flapjacks, dude, $silver flapjacks. Legit, dude. And you know, my mom, dude, you know, she's legit, great shape. She rides the like if you don't want to ride a horse, you can go over there in like a hay wagon with, you know, the real young kids. And so my mom rides that over, and you know, she's sitting down. She just got off a hay wagon. She's like, "Yo, Strider, you want to go snag me some extra $silver pancakes?" I'm like, "Mom, for sure, dude. Let me hook you up right now, right?" And I'm going over there, dude, and I get in the buffet line, and I don't see this like 10-year-old kid next to me. And I get the pancakes, and kind of like the employee kind of gives me a weird look. I'm like, "What?" So I kind of look around, and I'm like, "Oh, my bad, dude. Like I cut off this little kid." I'm like, "Oh, dude, sorry, dude." And my bad, dude. And the kid looks at me, and he's like 10, and he goes, "Oh, that's fine. Go ahead and finish up." Like, what the fuck, dude? This condescending little...
Yeah, that kid's the devil.
Yeah, I'm like, what, bro? Like, the proper response from that kid is just supposed to be like, what? That's what you do when an adult apologizes to him, except he accepts that apology as an equal, which technically we are, because both of our moms are paying for our vacation at that point. So we are equal, but it's like, I mean, I sent emails that morning. How many emails has that kid ever sent, dude? You know, probably zero in his whole 10-year-old life. 0 emails. I sent emails. So that rubbed me the wrong way. So I was like, this little fucker, dude. And I'm just chilling, dude. I'm at the pool later that afternoon, chilling with my niece, splashing around, dude. She's 4 or 5, I don't even know. She's 5, I think, now. And friggin', you know, she's not saying anything interesting. She's talking about the water, you know, I'll throw her up in the air, whatever, come down. And then, you know, the 10-year-olds are kind of within earshot of me, and they're talking about something a little more interesting. They're talking about how dank the nuggets are by the pool. And I knew lunch was coming up. You know, I'm emptied my tank after breakfast. I'm like, I got to crush some freaking dank nuggets after the pool. After I get out in a little bit and, you know, get some ranch and barbecue. I like to get that nice combo going, dude. And if the nuggets are fire, then that means I'm not getting the Club Sando. So, you know, I'm listening. And then this kid, same kid, by the way, I clocked his name. He hears me, dude. He catches me and he tells his friends, "Hey, this guy's adults listening," like kind of acting like I'm a buster, like a narc. I'm like, what the?
A nug narc.
Dude, total nug narc. I'm not a nug narc, dude. Honestly, I want to chip in and tell these kids, make sure you get that ranch barbecue combo, dude, you know? If you're Buffalo people, I respect that, but that's different. Then we can cut it up. I can talk about eats all day, dude. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling there, dude. There's really no one, everyone there my age has their own family, dude. I mean, I got my dang GF there, but, you know, I haven't exactly procreated yet, dude. Don't get me wrong, dude. Things are going well, but it's like, we're not there yet. So, you know, I'm just trying to look for some dudes to chill with, and then I get freaking totally just treated like a schmoll, to be honest. And I guess in that scenario, I was a schmoll, but honestly, this kid's name, like I mentioned, I clocked it. This kid's name's Grayson, dude.
Oh, fuck that.
Kid's name's Grayson. That's a color in the name Mason. Like, what does that even mean? Mason's that's a color in a profession, like a stone mason, to create a name Grayson.
Yeah, it's like Robin from Batman's last name.
Yeah. Oh, dude, exactly. Yeah, it's a last name. Kid's got that for a first name. What is it? A phone book? This kid walking around in a phone book, dude. What, do we take and roll all the time? Anyway, I'm upset at this kid. He's condescending to me. He honestly, he looks over, his buddies, catches me, his buddies kind of quiet down. He goes, ugh, like that. Ugh. It's like, what, dude? Fucking Grayson. And then on top of that, dude, here's the last straw, Aaron. That's why I'm never apologizing to any kids, dude. Like, because he kind of, when he gave that, I gave him sort of like a visual apology. It's tough to convey through the podcast, but on the YouTube, it was just kind of like, I was like, Yeah, I just looked at him, like, recognized, we made a little eye contact that he knew that he caught me and I knew, and I was like, oh, it's kind of like my bad. And that's when he just went, ugh. It's like, what, dude? Not only has he accepted my apology at the buffet line, which he should not have as a 10-year-old, then now he's disgusted by my apology. And then he's running by the pool about 20 minutes later when I'm crushing nuggets, dude, in a dank iced tea. And my mom's walking to go get a refill of an iced tea, dude. And I already hooked her up once with pancakes. She asked me to get a refill. I said, no, I'm kidding. She was just already up getting it. But fucking Grayson and his buddies are running by the pool, dude, which you should not be, except the 16-year-old lifeguard was just texting or something like that. But that's fine. I get it. I'm a chiller, not a narc, not a buster like Grayson thinks. And freaking kids running around the pool, dude, almost takes my mom out. Like I was saying, dude, my mom's a full adult woman, dude. She's grandma now. She's in great shape, but still, dude, look out. Don't be running by the pool. And my mom goes like this, kind of goes, ooh, whoops. Like that, you know what I mean? Not even apology, just like a whoops. And the kid looks at my mom and goes, oh, that's okay. And then just keeps running ahead, doesn't even let her go by. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
The nerve on this kid.
This is unreal.
The nerve.
You can't be apologizing to kids, dude. That's why you got to just tell kids, take it out. This is how it is, I'm drawing a hard line. Look, I'm kind of a softie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a softie. But these kids, dude, it's mainly, maybe it's just Grayson. Everyone likes to extrapolate and say they have an experience with one kid, and then it's like, oh, all kids are like that. Not all kids are Graysons, dude. There's kids out there with normal names who accept things. So basically, what I'm gonna do, what I wish I kind of did was, but I didn't. But I had the thought cross my mind, dude. Sometimes I'm sick, and I told you I'm gonna be brave and honest of. Sending Grayson's mom's like a pina colada on my mom's tab, but with a note from me just being like, hey, thanks for last night. And then, making sure Grayson's dad saw it and then really creating a strife in their marriage. And then, just acting like, me and Grayson's mom had made love, and then playing out that scenario in my mind of being able to wake up in Grayson's hotel room. He comes in there, hey, mom, can you wipe my butt? Hey, mom, where's the toothpaste, mom? And then I go, hey, buddy, I'm your stepdad now. Hey, buddy, knock before you come into me and your mom's room. Sorry, buddy. Toothpaste is back in your... I was going to say something too sick right there. I had to edit it. In my mind. But yeah, dude, I didn't do anything. I just took it, and then basically all I did was just tell you guys about it now to get it off my chest. So that's what's up with me, dude. Aaron, you got anything cruising, dude? What's going up with you?
No, I mean, I'm just thinking about that scenario at the buffet, and I think what you should do from now on is just if a kid catches you cutting him in line like that, you just look him dead in the eye, and then you go, what?
Yep.
And then you kind of your head kind of almost like you're doing the tongue dart. Yeah. But without the tongue out, and just.
Yep. Great call.
Chicken neck him a little bit.
Shoulder back, chicken neck out. No dart. Instead of a dart, it's just a what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Exactly. Yeah. Like prison rules.
Correct. Correct. That's what when it comes to apologizing to kids, it's prison rules. Unless, you kick him in the face with a kickball or something like that, or like a PE accident or something, something happens. Kid riding a bike, takes a dig, got to help him out a little bit. But if you're, buffet line, kidding me, kid? Unreal Grayson, dude. Anyway, dude, for today's historical share, you know what we're going to be talking about? Crows, dude.
Oh.
Crows. Not the dank movie, The Crow, which is a pretty wild movie. But crows. the bird, dude. Crows are gnarly birds, all right? I've been thinking about crows. You know, they're squawking, dude. You know, like what's the deal with these things? They're everywhere. They're freaking ubiquitous, dude. And I started doing some research, dude, and started with this. You know, if you type in smartest bird in the world into Google, do you know what pops up?
Crows.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it's a crow. It's not, a lot of people think, oh, it's an African gray parrot, which they say has like the intelligence level of like a 3-year-old, dude. It can repeat words and stuff, you know. It recognizes faces in African gray, but guess what, dude? Crows are doing a lot of that same stuff. And they're coordinated. They're smart, dude. So let's find out about this, dude, okay?
Are we going to get into the differences between crows and ravens?
Aaron, that's exactly where we're starting right now. I love that you just asked that.
Great.
So they're both of the genus Corvus, which comprises crows, ravens, and rooks. I don't even know about rooks, but they're just the tiniest of the 3. And they're freaking dank. And I think rooks are mostly in Asia. But crows, and they're all over the world. Mainly in North America and Europe, but they're all over the world. And basically, so a genus, it goes, it's like class, order, genus, phylum, whatever. It's like the scientific classification. And it goes freaking, so there's animal kingdom, then phylum, class, order, family, genus, then species. So basically, I feel like the only difference is like a crow wouldn't necessarily bone a raven and vice versa. I think that's the main distinction between genus and species, is boning preferences.
I mean, maybe the most audacious crow.
Yeah, there's got to be a crow out there for sure who, you know, wants to get a little nook from a rook.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's craving for some raven.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's ready to go on a crow.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a raven.
Yeah.
Or a rook.
Or a rook.
Yeah. So these freaking things, dude. So they're tough to tell apart, though. They're basically black birds. They're all about the size of like, you know, between 2 and 3 tall boy cans stretched out. You know, BL Smooths, like, you know, it comes in like a battery pack at 7-Eleven. You know, you're clocking out of your shift. You just want to suck a few of those back and watch some playoff baseball with your boys. You know, probably about the size of one of those. They're pretty big. It's a pretty big bird, dude. You know, it's no canary, dude. It's no parakeet. Okay, and you've seen them, dude. You've seen them flying around, dude, circling, dude. Auspicious, right? We'll get into that, dude. So basically, a few ways to distinguish between. You're not going to really see a rook posting up in SoCal, but wherever you're listening from, you might see a rook, so you might need this, dude. But the main distinctions is like an easy indicator is ravens generally travel in pairs, and crows are like in the squad, you know? You've heard it called a murder. And also their tail feathers, dude. Like crow's tail feathers are all kind of even and they spread out, so it just looks like you're throwing like a 4. Like, what up, dude? Like 4, like basically how many fantasy championships I'm going to have after this year. And then the ravens' middle tails feathers are a little longer, so it's like a wedge, dude. And so it's pretty dank. And then, but another distinction, so if you're looking at the tail feathers, you need, you know, if you're just seeing one flying solo, but basically you see them in pairs, you're like, oh, those are probably ravens. If you see a bunch of them, dude, you're like, oh, it's probably crows, dude. And then, honestly, you probably won't see them because they'll probably just be waking you up in the morning, dude. But you probably heard this noise, dude. Both terrifying, but listen to the noises here, dude, of the distinct. We're going to freaking straight up distinguish between a crow and a raven here, dude. Listen to this, dude. Found this on this dank little website, Audubon Society, dude. Here we go, dude.
This is Bird Note. So you're walking down the street, minding your own business, and a trash can's been tipped over. And eagerly picking through the riches strewn across the sidewalk are several black birds.
Hold on, dude. First of all,
Knocked over trash can.
yeah, dude.
Wow.
I mean, Aaron, we were talking about this. We used to love knocking over trash cans on our bikes, dude. So dank, dude. So if it's not a crow or a raccoon, dude, it's probably a teenager on a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Grayson and his shithead friends. Cruising around on bikes, dude. I'm just praying one of those open and he jams his leg, dude. Takes a dig, you know, no serious injuries, but learned a lesson. And then me, hopefully it's outside my house, dude. It's my trash can. I look and I go, oh, sorry. It's full. Psych, not sorry.
Of concrete.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, freaking. But also, listen to this dude. Whose voice is? Who is this guy talking? What is this?
They're crows. Or
They're crows. Or maybe I'm fired up right now, dude. Grayson got me fired up, but I'm like, you can imagine if this guy's your dad, dude, trying to tell you what to do. This is definitely Grayson's dad, dude. No question, dude. Grayson's mom is just not being taken care of properly. I'll tell you that much with a voice like that. Hey, Grayson, can you take out the trash? Who decided that was going to be the dude on this website, dude? You just need to have a dude who's got a chill voice. All right, dude, you got a trash can tipped over. It's probably a crow, dude. So you look up and you hear this noise, then you play the clip. But if you hear this noise, it's a raven. Play the clip. That's legit. Instead, we got this dude who sounds like he just stepped out of a freaking cartoon. I'm fired up right now, dude. Grayson's dad. Here we go. No teenager would respect. Honestly, dude, a teenager would wait for this guy, this dad, dude, who's doing this voice, would wait for this dad to be home to throw a party so he could disrespect him more. He was like, hey, Dad, are you in town next weekend? Okay, great. I'm having a party, bitch. Yeah, dude. My buddy Tyler's coming over. He's going to hook up in your room, in your bed, so get out. Okay? All right, late. This guy could just distinguish between, well, let me play the clip first real quick.
ravens. How can you tell the difference? Well, first off, crows give a cawing sound. But ravens are croakers. And while common
There you go.
Interesting.
There you go. I've heard both those noises. The raven's definitely a creepier one. You can see why Edgar Allan Poe went with that. No. But I mean, dude, the guy's voice really takes the show on that. I mean, come on. You kidding me? That's the voice of a dude who cannot satisfy a woman. I'm sorry to say it, but I said it. You know? Here's the distinction between when my son tells me whatever and when my gothic daughter tells me whatever. Listen closely for both. All right, dude. Both very terrifying crow noises, am I right? I mean, you don't want to hear that in the middle of the night. You're thinking to yourself, what's going on, dude? You know? So, it's just gnarly, dude. And crows are smart, dude. That's the thing about it. Is they know what's going on, probably. And people know they know what's going on. In fact, there's been research to show how intelligent crows are, dude. They can identify humans. In fact, this freaking did this, like, called the stick experiment, where a crow, these scientists, dude, they would walk out, they'd have one dude walk out, and when he walked out, like a stick would appear kind of on the sidewalk in like another little area where the crows were watching. And when that dude came out, the crows would notice that dude and immediately look and know that there would be a stick there. And when they sent out another dude, there'd be no stick. And so when they saw that guy, they wouldn't even react. They'd be like, oh, this guy's just a buster, you know? And they could tell by their face recognition, facial features, because they would dress the dude the same, put him out of the same area, but same height, size, stature, and everything. But probably one dude was just a little less hot than the other dude, you know? And then that was it. That distinction, the crows picked up on that. So it's smart. They basically can recognize a face. And based on that, I would say, you know, any crows that Al saw would probably recognize Grayson as a little bitch.
Yeah.
I think there's no question about that. And I also know there's no question, this wasn't an experiment, but it's something I witnessed at Valet. We'd get crows in some trees in the lot sometimes, and they would deuce on cars, and we don't want to have that. So this dude, Evan, that I worked with, who would get extra fired up, he was like the dude, he's a great dude, great fantasy guru, but he was the dude who was like the employee who thought he was the boss, you know? And it's like, no, dude, you're not the boss. But he's like, no, dude, I've been here for a while. I'm basically the boss. It's like, no, dude. But a great dude. And he hated crows. And I know the crows knew his face because they would just walk away, because he would throw rocks like at the tree branches and stuff and try to get the crows to fly away. And so when Evan would come around, they would bail. And one time they bailed and they snagged his Jersey Mike sandwich, dude. He was eating on the balcony of the shed. And I saw like 3 crows go down. And dude, I swear it felt like a coordinated attack. These crows knew what they were doing, dude. Evan had a number 43. It was hot, dude. He had to dive right into it, even though it was like basically lunch rush up at Valet and we had to be busy. He's like, nah, dude, I need to house this gotta house this Jersey Mike's, but these crows are kind of, disturbing the environment. I got to bail on them. And Evan enjoys making crows bail. And so those crows knew, dude, and they counter-strike. Freaking nabbed up his 43. Fun fact, dude, crows love Chipotle mayo. They loved it. I mentioned earlier crows call it a murder, right? And when one crow dies, you'll see a bunch of other crows in the murder surround it, dude. And, people will be like, oh, look, they're giving a funeral service. That's kind of interesting. And really what they're doing, though, is they're gathering around and finding out what killed that member. And then the crows will freaking either go retaliate or just learn a lesson and be like, oh, we got to get out of here. And that is actually a fact. In the town I grew up in, San Juan Capistrano, you were allowed to kill. There was a law. You were allowed to kill on your property 17 crows a year. You couldn't kill 18. It's like an old law in the city thing, which was hilarious. And I don't know if it's even changed. I mean, I don't know who's killing crows anymore. But like, if you did kill one crow, other ones would know not to go around there.
Who's
what
counting?
Yeah, I have no idea. This has to be sold. I mean, there's a mission there, so this is probably from back in mission days or something. I have no idea. So strange.
Because it's not like, oh, he's taxidermying all of them.
Yeah.
Before we can count them.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
like it probably end up in the trash.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know how you keep track of that. No idea.
Which, I mean, you kill a crow and then you throw it in the trash. I mean, it's kind of like sending it to heaven because they love the trash.
That is true. And in fact,
right.
Aaron, love that you just said that, dude. It's a fun fact I had there. In February of 1533, the Parliament of Henry VIII passed a law allowing the destruction of crows. But it was pretty kind of like controversial because previously the birds were protected under the law because they were like provide a janitorial service for the disgusting cities back then. They're very clean birds. They would go and like pick things up and they're kind of scavenging. They build their nests from other stuff, carry on and such, twigs and leaves and everything. So it's pretty gnarly, dude. Let me, hold on here. I'm gonna take a leak real quick. Let's just keep rolling. This G-ray, dude, is flowing through. Baby, I'm back. Let's do this. All right, dude. A freaking murder of crows. They'll band together and chase predators in a behavior called mobbing. It's not to be confused with mobbing out with your boys to a party after the pregame. This is just like straight up them fighting someone off. Like you'll often see crows mobbing a red-tailed hawk over some prey in a field. Little field mouse goes down, dude, right? And then the crows will just be smart and they'll have like two of them will just keep the hawk busy and then some other ones will go in there and then they'll share that freaking little field mouse later. Let's see, dude. Some crows, dude, freaking yearlings, which I guess are young crows, and non-mating adults live in a group called a roosting community, dude. So they got young people just posting up, dude. Maybe like an educational system, dude. Smart freaking birds, dude. Crows are cooperative breeders, dude, which means they often stay close to the place where they were born and help raise and defend the area's young chicks. Similar to what I told my mom after graduating college when I had no job. I was like, look, Mom, I'm protecting you, okay? Making sure there's no weirdos or perverts in this neighborhood. I got to stay up late playing Halo. You know, that's when weirdos like to lurk. I'll keep an eye out. And then when stuff's chill here, then I'll cruise out. Plus, can you make brownies tonight? Thank you. So basically, I behave like a crow in that aspect, and that fires me up. You know, dude, it's not what your mom can do for you, it's what you can do for your mom. It's also what I can do for Grayson's mom. Grayson, dude. American crows, dude, will stand on ant hills, and they let the ants climb on the crow, so they'll let the ants climb on their own bodies, dude. And then the bird will rub the ants into their feathers. This behavior is called anting, funny enough. Go figure. And it's used to ward off parasites. Also, here's the best part. The ants can cause the birds to get drunk from the formic acid released from the ants' bodies. That's what's using to clean the bird. And it also gets a nice little buzz. So crows are so smart that they get a functional buzz. That's like being buzzed when you're bowling or playing Settlers of Catan. It makes you better. It's not when you're driving. Everyone's got a friend who's like, dude, I drive better when I'm drunk. I'm more focused, dude. Nah, dude. No, you don't.
Buzzed flying is drunk flying.
100%. And yeah, there's probably some drunk crows flying about, having a good old time, you know? And they're smart. They're aware, dude. It's tough to go through life sober, man, you know? Birds got to get buzzed every once in a while. Take a load off, you know? After having to work all day, collect twigs, friggin' ward off red-tailed hawks, mob around, mob there, mob back, find out what killed my bro, take that in, deal with the weight of that, recognize busters' faces like Grayson and Evan. It's tough. It's a tough life being a crow. That's why they're communal, maybe, dude. They share the burden of life. Ravens do it, but just in duos, dude. Love that. Like to imagine that's a GF and a BF raven just posting up, flying around. That'd be so Raven if it was. See, dude. Dude, crows are so smart that they've been observed. This is great. They've been observed dropping nuts into traffic, having a car run it over to crack the nut for it, and then going and flying down and getting the seed or whatever the hell's inside of the nut.
Wow.
Inside the shell.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Smart. Smart, dude. So we know that that crows can associate humans with sticks, with cracking shells, and with being busters. But what do humans associate crows with? Now, I think we all have some ideas here, sort of symbolism. I mean, I think we mentioned this earlier. Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. It's about a dude who misses his dead GF Lenore, dude. And this ominous raven shows up and it croaks, dude, which we heard that freaking, cartoon dad earlier who doesn't get respected by his stepdaughter, his gothic stepdaughter's son or wife or me. He's probably a nice guy. I feel bad for making fun of that dude's voice. But you know what, dude? Grayson got me fired up. That's what happens. It's a vicious cycle, dude. This dude in Poe's poem interprets the croak as the word nevermore. Nevermore. Means you're not going to see your GF anymore. Sad. Freaking sad, dude. But not all symbolism of crows and ravens is bad. Pulled up a few different regions of the world and how they view crows. There's a lot of similarities here, some Native American, some Celtic, Egyptian, freaking ancient Greek, freaking Welsh, dude, freaking Chinese, dude. So let's just freaking cruise here, dude. Slavic, dude. Let's find out, dude. Many tribes, dude. Some tribes believe that, the souls of deceased warriors would exist in crows. That made me think about the mission. I'm like, but the tribe that was in San Juan, I don't think, man, I forget what the name of the tribe is. But,
So like the Kumeyaay or something like that?
maybe. I want to say it starts with an A. Southern California. I mean, there's multiple tribes. Obviously, Chumash is a big one, but I don't think they were down towards San Juan and San Clemente. Oh, man. Anyway, dude. Freaking crows are held in high regards by Native Americans. They represented change rather than something always bad, dude. Like I said, people on the Alisal Guest Ranch, they always think change is bad, of course. But change isn't always bad, right? Freaking, a lot of Native American tribes represent or emphasize the intelligence of crows, which we just talked about. Some of they're believed as tricksters, mischief makers, but also smart, dude. And they can be happy signs, sad signs, but mainly just wise ones, dude. In Celtic mythology, dude, there's a freaking warrior goddess named Morrigan, which I think the name Morgan comes from, who's also a GF that I had in 5th grade who dumped me over AOL Instant Messenger. So maybe I should have consulted a crow and been a little wiser than starting to date her. Dude, I thought we were going to be last forever. But that changed. Much like a crow represents. And now I have a dank GF. The dankest GF in the world. So that's chill. With Morrigan, the freaking Celtic goddess, it was like if there's 3 crows, it means that she's watching over warriors, dude. In Welsh mythology, dude, witches and sorcerers could transform themselves into crows and ravens, so maybe a little more negative here. But to avoid capture, dude. And the bad reputation of witches was placed with these intelligent birds, dude, making them a harbinger of death. So they just thought, oh, these crows know they're smart, they know something. It's got to be death, dude. Because these sorcerers freaking transform into them, and these people that we don't understand. Greek mythology, dude, the intelligence of crows links them to Apollo, who's jacked. So that's already sick right there. Also, dude, I'd like to give a quick shout out to owls right now. I love owls. They're sick. They're wise.
Who?
Just owls.
Gotcha.
Dude, how sick? Owls are sick, dude. You see them at night mainly. They're flying
hear
around.
them at night, yeah.
You hear them, dude? They can turn their head all the way around, Exorcist style. They got big old round eyes. They're smart. They're on the Athenian soldiers' shields, dude. Owls, bro.
Yeah.
They're wise. In fact, for a long time, I thought my GF really liked owls, and I was getting her a lot of owl gift stuff, like little trinkets or whatever if I traveled. Like, I got you this owl mug. Here's an owl keychain and a little owl shot glass. And she's like, dude, yeah, okay, dude, yeah, you got a little owl right now. I love that.
Yeah.
So you do like owls?
No, it's a leftover remnant from tinfoil hat, which owls are a conspiracy thing too.
What's the conspiracy behind owls?
They're just a symbol. They're a symbol in a lot of stuff, and particularly at the Grove. It's in Northern California, where like the elites all meet up.
Oh yeah. What's that grove called? I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
It's called like Bohemia Grove or something like that?
Yes, Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove, yeah.
Yeah, that's the symbol there. They burn an owl.
Whoa.
Not a real owl,
Yeah.
like a wooden owl.
Burning Man, but with an owl. Interesting. Yeah, dude. See? I mean, there's some symbolism there for sure, dude. Some crow symbolism, dude. Chinese mythology, elders often depicted crows with the sun. Chinese people usually take crows as a sign of good luck, but its meaning changes only when one happens to hear the song of a crow. So you need someone to interpret that, an augur, dude. Slavic tradition, dude. There's the Baba Yaga. You heard of it? Maybe from the movie John Wick, dude. The Baba Yaga I've seen portrayed as like more of a demon figure, and then in this instance, it's saying like It calls the woman an old hag, which is pretty hilarious. This hag woman who transfers into a crow. Nipthys, dude, is the goddess of the dead in ancient Egypt, bro. Sick. Odin, the Norse god, he's usually depicted with maybe wolves and crows, dude.
Oh.
Wise crows informing him of everything that's going on. In Hindu tradition, dude, the Dhumavati, dude, I'm saying that wrong, but the crow is the goddess of the void, which is the place before time and the place after time ends, associated with death and transformation. And then of Bran, dude, the Welsh raven god, the one-eyed. Think about this, dude. Bran, the one-eyed raven in Game of Thrones, bro.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Bran.
Exactly right. Bran Stark, dude. Freaking sick. And then freaking crows are, people say, oh, why death? And we get in these mythological and religious meanings that we just talked about a little bit. Maybe something a little more substantial is that on the battlefield, there'd be dead bodies and crows would come down and pick at them. And so that's just a sign of death. Vultures, kind of the same thing,
Yeah.
So people make their death gods and stuff in ancient times based on that. Then there's always dream interpretation. This fired me up, dude. The specialist says that dreaming about a bird usually means a message from your subconscious. They also attribute much deeper meaning to a crow's appearance in our dreams, dude, since crows can fly between the land of the living and the dead. Seeing a crow in your dream, excuse me, dude, getting emotional thinking about grazing. Again, dude, just make me so mad. Seeing a crow in your dream can signify your thoughts and feelings about your life, transformation, and death. The meaning of seeing a crow in your dream can also depend on what the crow is doing, dude. If you see a crow in flight, that means some hidden issues in your subconscious mind are demanding attention. If you don't bring these issues into the surface, you'll have difficulty moving forward. If you see a crow in the middle of a feast, then that means your current course of action will bring you great wealth. In other words, trust your intuitions. And then apart from the subconscious interpretations, mystics say that seeing crows in your dream is also a sign of positive change, especially when you see them following or watching you. Some crows just posted up watching you, dude. That's good. Scary in real life. I mean, if you take anything from this, don't be as scared of crows or mad when they're around. Yeah, something might be dead, but they're just eating. There might just be trash can open, Maybe that's why they're really there, but also maybe something dank's about to happen in your life. Some dank change. Right? But they say seeing a crow in an unclear position in your dream can be a warning. I don't know exactly what that means, but you need to evaluate your current course of action, dude. Make sure you don't end up with disappointment, dude. I'm not exactly sure what like a unclear position is, but I did have a dream, Aaron, with a crow in a precarious boning position. Did you know that?
You were boning the crow? The crow was boning?
Well, there was two crows boning missionary style in my dream, right? Like looking in each other's eyes, like intimately boning, dude.
Romantic, yeah.
And it was nice, except one of the crows' faces was Grayson's mom and the other one was me, dude. I'm sick, dude. I'm twisted. I wonder what that means, Aaron. I wonder how to interpret that.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah, dude. It's freaking right, dude. It's freaking right. So that's sick, dude. Now you know more about crows. You know the distinction between ravens and rooks, and that rooks exist. You kind of know what they sound like. You've heard also what a buster dad sounds like. You know not to apologize to 10-year-olds. You know how to interpret crows in your dreams if you have one now. That's sick. Listen to Old Crow Medicine Show Wagon Wheel if you haven't heard it. It's a very dank song. Are you familiar with that song, Aaron? I feel like you would be.
It's
Rock
not.
me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama. The wheel.
No, I guess not.
Hey, mama, rock me. You never heard this song?
I
I think my audio's connected right now. Let me play it real quick. I think we just got to hear it, We'll take a few questions after we play this because we just got to hear it, dude. Old Crow Medicine Show Wagon Wheel, dude. Here we go. Official music video. Nobody wants to hear an ad.
No.
I mute the ad, bro. Media literacy. Don't show me an ad, bro. Here we go.
Oh, this sounds familiar for sure.
I feel like this is up your alley. So you knew about Highwaymen?
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way to North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights.
Dank.
I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me.
Dank.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It's good stuff right there. It's just good old-fashioned Stoke-inducing stuff right there. All right, let's take a few.
Are they old or?
You know what? Watch it. I thought they were way older, but that music video looks very contemporary.
Yeah, and it sounds very like produced in the last 20 years.
I think it absolutely was. Good ear. Aaron, not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I should.
You got a great ear. Yeah. Because it sounds like it would be something, that sounds like dad music or something. Like you'd be posting up in a Big Dogs t-shirt listening to that. But it's timeless, I guess. It's current, it's contemporary, yet timeless. It's freaking dank, dude. Old Crow Medicine Show. And maybe I think it's old because the word old is in there, dude.
Yeah.
But then me being clever like a crow and now watching the YouTube video doing research, dude, knowing that this is definitely produced. Looked to me like the early 2000s. Late 90s. Let's take a few cues, dude, then freaking bone out, dude, then mob out like some crows, dude. Strider, you should do a history is dank ep or something LOTR related from Sam. That's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm down, dude.
There are crows in Lord of the Rings.
Yep. Absolutely, there's crows.
Spies in the Fellowship.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're flying around, bro. They're sending messages, dude, like Game of Thrones style. They're sending messages all the time. Send a raven. Dude, it's legit. Maybe talk about symbolism in Lord of the Rings, dude. Animal symbolism when the eagles swoop in, dude. Towards the end, those giant eagles. Ah. Freaking chill. Also, dude, I think I mentioned this previously, but Aragon is Strider. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Strider? It's your boy Steve, raising Stoke in Philadelphia area. My question is, if you and the other four horsemen had to pick a time other than the present to be alive and thrive, what would you choose for everyone and why? Example, maybe Uncle Joe would have thrived as a gladiator in ancient Rome. He wouldn't have even needed a sword. He could take out his foes with his massive hog. Stay stoked. It's a great question. I'm fired up on this question immediately. And I'm also fired up where Steve's head's at. Joe with his fat hog like that would be amazing. I could also see Joe in like a Buffalo Bill Wild West show, a circus act, where he would just pull out his hog and people would go, oh my God, I didn't know they came that big. He could just make money doing that, traveling, sipping whiskey on the frontier. But I'd like a better life for Joe. But I don't think I see him being without the cubs. So maybe I think Joe would thrive when like the curse, like that Wrigley Field curse of the Cubs was there, and like Joe could be having his knowledge from the present time, go back there and like stop that curse. And then the Cubs might be good. I think Joe would thrive doing that.
It's a long time to go back.
When is that? Like 100? Like
started in 1908.
Yeah. Then Joe could still enjoy a pretty modern Chicago. Be after the Great Fire.
So we're talking the 80s? Oh, wait, no.
No, it wasn't the big like World Fair fire like in the 1800s, like in the 1800s.
Yeah, you might be right. I get it confused because there's a song called the Day Chicago Died, and that's in the 70s. But yeah, I only know that from a infomercial commercial. So
I get a lot of info from theirs, infomercials.
Sounds of the 70s.
Proofs in the pudding. Sayings in the name.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
Freaking, I'm trying to think of where I could see Chad. I'm just thinking like ancient Greece, Apollo. He's at the Olympic Games. He can be nude. He's posting up. He's getting bronze. I think he'd really, really love that. I think I could see him thriving quite well there. I also think I could see JT doing well there. You know, maybe he's at a theater. You know, he's a director at a theater, or maybe even one of the head thespians in a Greek play or tragedy or comedy, really enjoying that sort of lifestyle in ancient Greece. But I could also see JT just chilling in like the 70s in Muscle Beach with Arnold, lifting and having a great time. It's tough.
He would love that.
Me? Maybe like a month or two ago, Alisal Guest Ranch, and I don't apologize to Grayson. No. I mean, dude, I'm so soft, you know. A lot of me thinks the Wild West, haven't seen Westworld, would be pretty sick. You still have a lot of your some modernism stuff. You know, that trouble about like going back to medieval times is like, if you get sick or any cut, you're going to get infected. You could die so easily. Also, like, I'm pretty big softy where I'm like, everyone should get along, and like, and I just generally do like that. And I feel like, you know, back in, if you go to like medieval times or any time before, honestly, probably even like 15 years ago, people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, grow up here. We're going to go like raid this village or something like that. Like, come on. Like if I was a Viking, I'd be like, I get seasick. Guys, can I just watch the boat and the horses? Is that cool? While you guys go ahead and pillage, and I'll just watch the boat and the horses. Is that cool? I'll stay back here with the ladies. Honestly, my wife, she's a really killer shield maiden. She's honestly badass, dude. Watch her throw an axe. My wife, Becky, dude. Becky can throw an axe. You have no idea. Or maybe like a Viking name, like Hilda. Dude, Hilda throws freaking axes like you've never seen, dude. Honestly, she's way more jacked than Red. Red, dude, you should be feeling blue about how much more jacked my wife is than you, dude. Sorry, dude. That'd be me as a Viking. I don't think I do well. Maybe the Y2K crossover, man. Exciting times. The millennium. Dude, I mean, it's so tough for me just not to like want to be in Braveheart, dude. But then I would just get murdered, dude. I'm not a good fighter. I would need my contacts. I wear glasses. Look, I'm getting bogged down in negativity. I'm going fantasy mode here. I want to go to Rome. Height of the Roman Empire.
Senator Strider.
Dude.
Like it.
What does Senator Strider have to say? Dude, we need freaking more festivals, bro. We need more festivals, dude. Straight up. Okay? I'm loving where we're at, dude. We're in the Mediterranean. Great climate, dude. Also, I invented this thing called pizza, dude. You guys are going to be stoked. You honestly would win great favor with kings, like with spice trade and all that, dude. Little movie called Dune coming out based on that type of stuff, dude. And it's just, if you knew how to cook, you had that type of skill and you made dank food, the king would be like, yeah, keep this guy around here, dude. Sick. So yeah, I think I got to go Rome. All right, just do one more and then we'll bounce. What is the sickest move in the history of skating? Tony Hawk 900 or the viral heel flip by Rodney Mullen? It's a great question. From Trent. Tony Hawk's 900 is undeniably sick, and it's crazy. It's sort of death-defying. But there's a little skate video called Rodney Mullen versus Daewon Song that I used to watch. I think 411 put it out. It was dank. And I just love Rodney Mullen's style. It seems accessible even though it's very, very difficult. Like a varial heel flip's insane. But like it's just this sick, laid-back style of skating where you're like, what, dude? Like old school skating is what I think they called it. So yeah, I think I gotta go Rodney Mullen. What about you, Aaron? What are you feeling? Also, I want to know what period of history you'd like to be in. I'd like to know both. I'm a dumbass. I forgot to ask you that.
I mean, I always go back to like, I want to be in the late 60s. I don't want to go too far because I don't think life's that enjoyable.
Yeah.
Water's dirty. Things are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go back to like the late 60s, early 70s. Not too far beyond my actual life. about 10 years.
I bet a lot of people would say that. It's like in Dazed and Confused. They're like, the 70s suck. The 60s were rad. The 70s obviously suck. Like people always kind of hate their own era a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you get older, maybe you appreciate it more.
Yeah, I mean, just to hear that music come out.
Would you want to be?
When it came out, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to be there for all that. Like, are you picturing yourself in like London or something like that? Or are you in the States, like New York?
Yeah, probably in the States.
For sure. The food in London is not that great.
It's not bad. Now, maybe back then it would suck, but now it's good. I had some good meals in London.
McDonald's?
No.
Just kidding, dude. Kidding. And then, what do you think? You going Hawk or you going Mullen?
I mean, I got to give it to Hawk.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I mean, he's a beast. He's an innovator in so many ways. And for a guy that tall to stop.
Yeah.
To do it, to rotate that many times and then stop. I mean, I think there are kids who are doing it now, but still.
Yeah. I was looking something up of like a kid did like a 1080. He's like 17 or whatever, like younger than Tony Hawk, but it's like, that's just how it always goes.
Yeah.
Sick, dude. I agree. All right, dude. Freaking stoked. Crows are gnarly. Hope you guys stay stoked, dude. If you freaking have to apologize to a 10-year-old, make sure you gauge it properly. Prison rules, give him a little what up, dude. Like a little head cock what up, dude. And then, yeah, dude, maybe we appreciate crows more after this. Instead of, thinking that they're the schmoles of the sky. They're not, dude. Schmoles of the sky are definitely pigeons.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no question. And then the schmoles of the beach are seagulls. So, it's facts, dude. I know they have useful things for the environment, but come on, dude, you're schmoles. Schmoles are useful for the squad, so it makes perfect sense. All right, dude, freaking stay stoked. Late.